case to me. You've always said fences are one tool in a big box, and you were always worried about exactly what's happening now. So you've been to Congress before. You've talked to left and right, privately and publicly. What do they tell you about giving you and HHS the help and money you need?
So these unprecedented numbers mean that there's unprecedented pressure on the system. Health and Human Services is the department charged with caring for children that come across the border unaccompanied. Their resources have been overwhelmed. We've asked for $4.5 billion in emergency funding 40 days ago, Chris. And $3.3 billion of that, 75%, goes directly to caring for children appropriately. If HHS doesn't get that funding, those kids back up in Border Patrol stations, which I've testified twice to the committee I'm going to see tomorrow, that's in an inappropriate setting for families and children in a Border Patrol station.
What can happen? People will say, look, they're just numbers. I get that he wants his money. They're always trying to scare us with the panic. They'll handle it. They have places. This is what they do just to get more. What do you say?
I say these facilities are overcrowded, that no American should be comfortable with children in a police station for days on end. That is not an appropriate setting for kids. HHS has the right kind of facilities, they have the right kind of care, and they need the funding to provide it. About $1 billion of the funding, the rest of the 25%, is for DHS to just manage this crisis, for transportation, for facilities, for temporary facilities that we can put people in a better setting, for medical care. These are key elements that we just need to do the job given the flows that we're facing. And it's frankly why the president took decisive action last week to generate and galvanize a conversation with Mexico to get to a new level of partnership.
Generate and galvanize. Now, the reporting comes out that the tariffs brought him to the table. Then the Mexicans come out and say, listen, we'd agreed to all this already. We don't know why he needed this brinksmanship. And then the president says, but there is something yet to come. Do you know of something yet to come? You don't have to tell me what it is, although that'd be nice. But is there something yet to come, or are the Mexicans right?
Let's see if we can untangle this. I've been working with the government of Mexico for 18 years.
And you went to the Triangle countries trying to get them involved and to figure out how to help them there, too. It's important that the American people know that. So Absolutely. What's the deal with Mexico?
For the last 18 years, this is the most significant set of commitments, operational and policy, that we've ever had from a government of Mexico. Let me just be very clear on that. They've committed 6,000 National Guard to secure their southern border. They've made a policy statement that it's a priority for the government of Mexico to gain operational control of their border for the first time. That's a big deal. That's a game changer for us.
Were they talking to you about that before this or after it?
So they've been talking to DHS. We've been asking them for additional border security efforts on their southern border for years, and they've provided that in fits and starts. In 15 and 16, under the prior administration, they did more than ever in terms of repatriations of those crossing. But in this administration, they'd committed about 300 additional